Hello friends and assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my channel Iballdesigningdeveloper. So today in this video we are just building an amazing project here using React, and we will be also using Next.js plus Tailwind CSS, and some of the work we will be doing with TypeScript as well. So today in this video I will be telling you how to just create an amazing full stack Argon dashboard project. So this Argon dashboard project will be including many of the things which we will be creating here using these all amazing languages. This video will be really long enough, like you can say 4 to 5 hours will take to create this project here, which will be of Argon dashboard. So I hope you will be enjoying this project from the start. And if you enjoy this video and if you understand this project from here, so remember to hit a like to this video. And if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing hit notification bell as well, so more people can learn about these things. And if you want that I should build this project moving forward as well, so tell me in the comment section, and also tell me in the comment section what projects do you want from me in future, so I'll be building that as well. And if you want any tutorial like any of other language tutorial which includes C++ or any other like framework of JavaScript, so I'll be creating that tutorials as well. If you want to create me, just comment me what things do you want from me, I will be building that in future. But today in this video we'll be creating an amazing Argon dashboard project, so remember to see this video from the start if you want to learn to how to create this project, and if you want to learn what things we will be using in this project to create this amazing full stack project, which will be including front end and back end. So now what we are waiting for, let's move to computer screen and let's get started with our amazing Argon dashboard project from start. So now here we are on the computer screen, and now here I will be telling you how to just create this amazing Argon dashboard project from start. So now we will be starting to create folder first of all before creating the project. Like you all know that before creating any of the React or Next project, we have to create one folder, and not a normal folder we have to create. We have to create a really different folder from the other folders like we create in HTML, CSS. We have to use libraries in that. So because of that, we will be using the folder, or we will be creating the folder using React command. And now I've telling you previously what are the commands to create React folder and Next.js folder previously in many videos, but in this video I can also tell you. If you don't know what are the commands, so you can just move on to the Google and you can search about React documentation, or if you are creating project in Next.js, so you can search Next.js documentation to see what code we have to write or what command we have to write to create the Next.js folder. But we are working with React here, so we will be using React documentation here to see how we can just start creating the folder in React. So now we have to press this get started here, and now in get started, when you are just here, you have to just scroll down, and now you have to just see here you will be getting create a new React tab. So now when you are just getting this command which is say create a new React tab, so here you have to scroll down again to see where is the command to create the folder here. So now you have to scroll down in the end. If you don't found the command, so simply you have to do you have to just press this create a new React tab here. After doing that, just you have to scroll down and you can just see we are getting the command here which is says npx create React tab. This is the command to create any of the React folder. Then you have to just use cd to move into your folder, and after that if you want to start your server onto your Google Chrome or any other browser, so you can use npm start command to start your server onto your Google Chrome or any other browser you are using. So simply I will be copying this command here. So from here you can also copy this command and simply move on to the VS Code, and then you have to select the location where you have to create your folder. So I will be creating my folder in local disk E, I think it will be good. And then I will be pasting the same command which says npx create React tab. If you are creating Next tab, so simply you have to remove this React and just in the place of React you have to write Next. Simple is the thing. Then just give a space and give your project name. Like we are creating an Argon dashboard project, so I will be writing as my project name Argon dashboard. Now you can just see my project name is as Argon dashboard, and now I will be pressing enter to start creating my project or start creating my folder of React. So I'll be pressing enter here, and you can just see it is giving me some error, and the error says that you cannot run this script on the current system. For more information about running script and setting execution policy, means that it is giving some error about the thing like we are not using good. Okay, so I will be just doing one thing. I will be making new window here, and simply I will be now closing my previous window which I have created, because sometime it happens like I use HTML CSS on the other window, and because of that also it just not work. So if I write here again as Argon dashboard and press enter, so you can just see we are getting the same error here. So I will be now just doing one thing. I will be just pressing pasting here, and then I will be giving my project name as Argon, and again it is giving me the same error. So here we have to just now do one thing, just you have to delete file as well, which we are getting, and here as well. Now simply make another terminal here, and after creating the terminal you have to use the command. But before using command, I will be just moving on to my command prompt. So now we can just create on command prompt as well, nothing problem if your VS Code is not working. So I will be now pasting the command here which we have copied, and then I will be writing the project name as Argon dashboard. Press enter, and now you can just see here we are just getting our project created. So in some while our project will be creating, so you have to wait a while till it is just executing all these files here. So you can just see now it is creating a new React app here in our local disk C with the name of Argon dashboard which we have written. It will take couple of minutes to create your project here. Like it is installing all the libraries which include React, React DOM, React script, and these are the libraries which we have to install when we are just installing a new folder in our location. You can just install your folder in desktop as well if you want, but I'm not getting too much space on my local disk C. That's why I'm using local disk E to create my folder here. So it will not take too much time to create, but if your net speed is good enough, so it can just take 1 minute to install. But if your net speed is not too good, so it can take too much time to just install. So you have to wait a while till it is installing. Till this work is doing, I will be just now showing you that what are the things we will be using through extension which you have to install if you're using React here. So first of all, I prefer you to install this React VS Code extension which will help you to just add some of the, you can say, React shortcuts. And this is also another ES7 React Native snippets and React snippets which helps you to just create a small code to a big code. Like if you want to write the starting code, so you can use this E7 script to just write the short form of the code. Then you have to press tab or enter. It will generate all the starting codes of React which you want. So because of that, I have also installed it, and you can also see many of the people have installed in that. You can just say 10 million plus installers are here of this amazing, you can say, ES7 React Redux snips. So it is really good thing which you can use in your React project if you are creating that. So remember to install. And if you want to see your live project working, like when you're writing code and you want to see that inside you are getting all the stuff working, so you can use this live server. This live server helps you to just generate all the live things which you are doing. Like at the live you're writing code, and you don't have to save your code again and again. Just you have to press, you can say, Control S, and automatically it will update on Google Chrome as well. So it is really good thing which you can install. So this is the live server which you can use if you want to just see your project live building through coding and through on the browser as well. So now we have to move here, so you can just see it is installing some of the dependencies which we will be needing to use with npm. Npm is a library which helps us to install some of the other libraries which is already not installed in this. You can just see our project has been created. When this command shows happy hacking, when your command prompt or any of the terminal shows happy hacking, means that your project has been created. You can start working with your project. So now I will be opening my folder here, which was in local disk E, because in local disk E I have created my folder. If you have created on desktop, so you have to just check on desktop where your folder has been created. So I will be now just taking this folder and selecting this folder here. You can drag and drop as well, but I have selected and opened this folder in my VS Code. You can just see this is the things which we are getting here. Now we have to run this React command on our terminal. So I will be moving on to my terminal, and then I will be writing the command as npm start. When you want to run, or when you want to just run any of the React apps, so you have to use npm start command to run. If you're running any Next.js app, so you have to use npm dev start to run the Next.js command. But we are using React, so I will be using npm start to run my project on my browser. So I will be pressing enter. You can just see again it is giving me error, so I will be using command prompt to just start my project. So I will be now writing cd, then I will be writing my project name, which is Argon dashboard, and now I will be running it in my browser. So I will be writing npm start to run this on my browser. So write this, and now it will take just 1 minute to install all the things, and then it will be running your project on your browser. As my default browser is Google Chrome, so I think that it will open it on my Google Chrome, but I think I use Opera browser as well as by default, so it can open on that as well. So nothing problems if it is opening in any other browser doesn't matter. But if you want to create this project in a beginning browser, so you can use Google Chrome as your default. But I've used two default browser, which is Google Chrome and Opera browser. So it is opened in my Microsoft Edge. Okay, so you can just see it can open in any browser you want because it is React. And if you're using HTML CSS like languages, so you can just open by your own self in any browser you want. But React doesn't matter on which browser you are working, so it will open in any other browser you are not using as well. So you can just see it is just taking some load because it is installing some libraries, and you can just see it is saying me that compiled successfully. You can now view Argon dashboard project in your browser, and your local network is here. So you can just see my local network is working. This React logo is moving like this, means our React application has been opened and run successfully on our browser. So now we will just do one thing, that I will be now doing it side by side, so I can just get all the things working which I am doing in my code, and you can just get all the things working at the right side, which will be looking good for you as well. So I will be now just doing one thing. I will be now just adding these things to show you that what are the things which we can add to create our project here of this Argon dashboard. So now, before creating the project, I want to show you that how you can remove these things which we are already getting in this React tab when we have opened this React tab in our browser. So just move on to the source here and move on to this app.js file. So this is the thing which you are getting. So if you want to remove these all stuff, simply you have to just select till here and remove by pressing backspace, and then you can just see all the things has been removed. Remove this logo.svg as well, because we will be not using this logo, we will be using our own logo. So I will be now just selecting some of the files here which include this logo.svg, report web vitals, setup. Okay, just don't remove this one. This file will be really important here. So I will be removing setup, and these all test files will be deleting from here. So we will be deleting these all test files because we will be not needing this. And you can just see these all test file has been removed, and we have also removed app.js from here. Now we have to just see our project is working or not. So for checking that, you can use any of the command you want to use. Like I will be using a heading one command which says as my name. Save it, and you can just see automatically we are getting my name because I have written obviously here in my h1, means in my heading, and that's why this inshalbaig is showing on our browser as well, means our React app is working till here. So now you can just see our React app is successfully working. So we can now work on our project. Move on to the app.css. This is our Tailwind CSS file here. You can remove this file as well if you want. So then you will be not getting anything styled here. Like we are getting this heading. Like if I show you this heading again by writing inshalbaig, so this heading is in center if I show you. But if you don't want this heading to be in center, remove this app text center here, and now your heading will be coming on the left side. If I show you, you can just see it is automatically changed onto the left side. And like in HTML we do when we save anything here, so we have to reload here as well. But in React you don't have to do that thing because we have used live server, which is the extension, and I've shown you in start as well. You have to use live server. This is the extension which helps you to update your file more faster than you do in HTML or CSS like that. So that takes too much time, and it is also a waste of time. Like you have to save it here, and again you have to reload it by many times. So here just happens, you have to just write anything here. You have to press Ctrl+S directly, and automatically this will update directly on your browser as well. So it is really good thing which I have seen in React and Next. So you can do that as well. So I hope you understand till here what are the things which we have done till here yet, and how we have created folder, how we have just we have created by checking by writing this heading, how we have just checked our React app working. So now all the things have been just successfully done, and now we have to start our coding work here, which is really important to start. So now when you've just done with these all things here, just you have to do here another thing. Like, so now we are here on the computer screen, and like I've just telling you, we are just creating this amazing project here from start of Argon dashboard. So now we have just created the folder here, which I have just shown you in the start like that. And now we have to just start creating the codes, and we have to see what are the things we will be creating to create this project. So you can see this was our React app, which I was just showing you here. And you can just see this is our project, which we are just creating. So I will be now making it more bigger here, so I can just see all this stuff. Then I will be opening here like this, and now open this browser working. So you can just see all the things has been just here like this style. Now we have to just do one thing, like we have to now get all the things start working. So for doing that, we have to now move on to the source folder, and in this source folder we have to just create one file with the name of routes.js. So I will be now giving the file name as routes.js. This routes means that we will be creating many of the routes in this Argon dashboard project, and that's why we are creating in this file to just create many of the routes here. So I will be now moving in this file, and in this file I will be just importing some of the things. First we will be importing here like index, and with this index I will be writing here from views So I will be writing from view slash index.js like that, and then here I will be now just using import. But before that, we need to style some things in index file as well. So I will be moving on to the index file to just see what things we are getting in this index file here. So now in this index file, just you have to now move on to the index file again, and then in this index file, just I will be doing one thing, like I will be moving here and I will be writing here as import React normally, and now I will be writing import React from React like this, then zoom in. And then after doing that, just simply have to now import React DOM here. So I will be pressing Ctrl B to close the side panel. Just you have to remove this all the stuff because we'll be solving that problems here. So I will be now importing React DOM from React, which we have created. And now I will be using React DOM here as well with client. So you can just see that we have done. Then I will be using browser here. So I will be now using browser router, and I will be now using router here, and with that I will be using routes, and then slash and write here navigate. After writing that, you have to now write here React router DOM. So write like that, React router DOM here. Then you have to now write here import again. So I will be now using import here. Then I will be importing this SS slash, and then you have to write here plugins slash, and then write here Nucleo. So I will be now writing here Nucleo slash CSS slash Nucleo again and .css, this file. Then import another file here. So I will be now importing another file with the name of fort. So I will be writing @fort awesome slash, and then I will be writing as font awesome. And now you have to just now write here free slash css slash all.min.css like this. Then you have to now just do one thing, that you have to close this and then write here import ss. Then I will be writing slash scss, and then write here Argon dashboard. So here I will be using Argon dashboard dash react scss like this. Then you have to now import admin dashboard here. So I will be now using an admin layout, and write here from layouts slash, and write here admin.js, close this. And then here I will be using import again, and then in import I will be using auth layout. Then I will be using from layouts here. So you have to just write here layout slash auth.js. Then you have to close it and write here const root equal to, write here React DOM, and then write dot create root. So I will be now writing here like this, dot create root, and then write here document. So here I will be now writing as document dot get element by id. So you can just see we have used this, and then in this get element by id I will be using the root function, and then I will be using root render to render things which we have used, like browser router I will be rendering first of all. Then I will be now rendering the routes here. So just write here routes, and after writing that, simply you have to now use this time route path equal to, and then write here slash admin slash, and then write this multiply sign which you can get through shift and 8. Then here I will be using element, and in element I will be now writing this admin layout here again. So write like this admin layout which we have just created. Then you have to now just write like that, move down, and then you have to use route again, and in route I will be using the path as auth this time. So write here auth here, and then again this sign which you can get through shift and 8. Write here element, and in element I will be using the auth layout. So here you can just write. Then here I will be now moving, and then write like this, and then here I will be using again route path, and in route path I will be using this element id, and in element I will be now using navigate function. So just you have to write here navigate. So here I will be now writing like this, navigate to equal to, then you have to now write here admin slash index, and then write here replace. So we can replace the file here, and now you have to just close this function like this. So you can just see all the things has been styled perfectly. Now we have to close this routes which we have closed, and browser router as well, and close this function by writing this close tag. So you can just see we have done all the things like we want, and all the things has been styled here, and we have written the routes router as well which we want to style here. So means that all the things are working, and we have done all the things successfully like we need. So just after doing that, you have to now install the route here. So for installing the router, you have to just simply move on to the terminal here. And now just for installing libraries, I've telling you in start, we have to use the command of npm. So I will be writing as npm install route and then press enter. So it is not giving me that. So you have to move through command prompt. Oh, sorry, through command prompt you can install that. So I will be now just doing one thing here, like I will be first of all creating another thing here. So now you have to just move and then you have to press enter here. So I will be now pressing enter. Okay, so here I will be now just moving at the top to see all the stuff working here as it is or not. So now here I will be moving down. At the end we have to just move down and then you have to now compile these all stuff here. Okay, you can just see we have compiled that. Now after doing that, simply you have to just now write here the command as npm install, and here I will be writing as our folder name was, like if I have shown you that our folder was Argon dashboard, and now in this folder I will be using route, npm install route. So you can just see it will take some time to install this route, and now you can just see it has been installed. So if I just use route here, so I will be now writing npm install router, press enter to install router, and now we have to wait a while till this library has been installing, and you can just see it has been installed. So I will be now writing here again, by removing this I will be writing router. So you can just see it is done. Save this file here, and after doing that, just you have to now save this like this, and now it will be working here in some while. So you have to now just do like that, and you can just see this is now internally working. So I will be now just doing one thing, that I will be moving on to my routes file this time. But before that, we need to create some folder as well in our projects. So now the folder which we have to first of all create is, like, we have to create a component folder here in which we will be getting all the header footer files which we will be creating. So now move in the source folder and then create a folder which will be named as components. And now again we have to create another folder, and the other folder which I will be creating is with the name of SS. So it has been also created here. Now one folder we have to create here. So new folder we will be giving it the name as, and now we have created two folders as SS and components, and the other folder which we will be creating as layouts. So you can just see this folder has been created. Now again you have to create another folder with the name of variables. Then here I will be moving and then create another new folder, and in new folder I will be now creating a folder name as views. So you can just see all the folder has been created which we will be needing. So now here I will be first of all creating the things in this component folder. In this component folder you have to create a folder again which will be named as headers. Then other folder you have to create with the name of footers. Then here another folder we have to create in this component folder with the name of navbars. Then here we have to create another folder with the name of sidebar. So you can just see all the folder has been created in this component folder here. Now just moving in this component folder, we have to just move on to the layouts file, means layouts folder, and in this layouts folder we will be creating two files, one with the name of admin.js, and the second file which we will be creating in the layouts folder will be as, you can say, auth.js. So I will be giving it the name as auth.js. You can just see all the files has been given the same name. Then move in this variable folder, and in this variable folder I will be creating a new file with the name of, like, you can just say charts.js like this, and you can just see. Then here you have to move in this views folder, and in this views folder I will be creating a file with the name of index. So here you have to now create a new file with the name of index.js, but it will be in capital. So I will be writing I in capital like this, and then again you have to create another folder in this views folder which will be as examples. So we will be getting all the things in this folder which I will be telling you what are the things you have to write. Now all the things has been created here till which, like, we want and remove these all files because we will be not working these files here. Now you have to just now move on to another folder here, like we have created all the things in all the folders, but we have not created anything yet in the SS folder here. So in SS folder we will be needing some fonts and the CSS files, which I will be telling you where it is. I have all the files stored in my main folder. If I show you, this was my main folder here, and if I show you, this is the SS files, and I will be copying all the things from here and then move on to the local disk E where we have created the folder. Like our folder name was Argon dashboard, so we have to just see where our folder is stored. Our folder is stored in this location, but we have to check where it is. So now here we can get the folder name. You can just see here it is. I will be moving on to the source SS and paste all the stuff like we have created. You can just see all things has been done. Now you have to just close this, or you can just say you can move on to the VS Code directly. And if I show you, you can just see we are getting all the things in this SS file like we want. Move on to the Microsoft Edge browser, so we can just get the things working here. Now after doing that, simply you have to just do one thing. Like we are getting all the things here, so we will be moving on to the header file first of all. Means in this component folders we have to create all the things, and now we are getting this app.js file as well, and this app.js file is will be also we are getting working here. So now you can just see we are getting all these files here, which is looking good. And now you have to move in the components, and now move on to the header first of all, and in header we have to create a file as header.js. So move on to the component. Okay, so here I will be now writing in this component, in this folder, header folder, I'll be creating a file with the name of header.js, and then another file we'll be creating in this header folder will be with the name of user header.js. I think, yes, it will be. So I will be writing here user header.js, another file. Now move on to the first file here, and we have to start working on this file. For start working on this file, you have to use some of the import here. So now you have to just use import files, which should be including the import button. So I will be writing import button, comma, container, and write here row, comma, column. Then give a space and write here from React.strap. So I will be writing from React.strap like this, and then close it. And here you have to write here const user header equal to, then make this, and then here you have to move down and create return, and in return I will be writing here like this file. And then you have to now just move down here and then create another div, and in this div I will be using the class name, and in class name I will be writing as header pb8 pt5. So here I will be writing like this pt5 ptlg8, and then you have to write here deflex align items center. So here I will be removing this dash from here and give a space in the place of it. Press Ctrl B to close the side panel. Then write here style equal to, and then make this two curly brackets here, and write here min height, and in this min height I will be writing as 600 pixel. Close this, and then just remove this close tag and write comma in the place of it. Write here background image, and then you have to now just write here URL, and in URL I will be now just making this tag, write here plus require, and write here this dot dot slash, and then write here dot dot slash assist, and write here image theme, and write here profile cover dot jpeg. Then you have to write here plus and make this close tag, and then you have to just move down and write here background size and write here cover. And now you have to just write here comma background, and then write here position, and in background position I will be writing here center top, write here comma. Then here I will be just doing one thing, like I will be removing this tag, right like that. And now here I will be just moving down, and then I will be now creating a tag which should be like a span. So here I will be now writing as span class name, and in class name I will be writing mask bg gradient, and then you have to write here default, and here I will be writing opacity 8. Now here you have to just do one thing, you have to create here this slash, and now you have to close this tag. And now after doing that, simply you have to move down here and write here container, and then in container I will be writing class name with the name of deflex align item center, and then you have to write here fluid. So I will be now writing here fluid, close it, and then here I will be writing as row, and then here in row I will be writing call lg 7. So here I will be writing and press backspace to give some space here. Then after writing this call lg7, you have to just write here md10. So here I will be writing that, and then write here h1 class name display, and then you have to write here to text white. So here I will be writing that, and then you have to now just write here hello Jesse like this, or you can give any of the name here, like you can write my name here as it is. Then you can just move down and write here p tag, and then you have to write here class name in the place of it, and then here I will be writing as text white, so write like that, and then you have to now write here mt0 mb5, and then you have to now just write this is your profile page like this. I've written the text, you can see the progress. So here I will be now writing this, you can see the progress you have made. Then you have to now write here with your word and manage your profile, and then write here, or you can just write on manage your projects or assign tasks. Then you have to now just move here and then write like this, and here I will be just now moving down, write here button. So this will be a button function here which we will be creating. So just now you have to write here button, so write like that button, and here I will be writing color equal to info, and write here href, and then here you have to write Tableau like this, and write on click, and then you have to now just write like this here, and here I will be writing e tag, then you have to write like this e dot prevent default, and then you have to now just make this tag, and here I will be now just closing it and write here edit profile. After doing that, just simply have to now move after this tag all stuff, and then close it and close here as well. Write here export default, and write here user header, then close it here as it is. Now after doing that, save this file here, and you can just see after saving this we are getting all the stuff working here. So we have just used the user header file to just create all the things here in this, and now we have to just move on to the header file to start creating all the things in that. So now you can just see user header has been styled here, and this will be the header things which we will be getting in the user header. So I will be copying this stuff, then I will be now just moving in the user header and pasting that all things, and then move here, and then after moving here I will be removing all the things from this file, and we will be using the TypeScript function here to use. So I will be now importing here the cart things here, like cart comma, then I will be using cart body, and here you have to again use comma here, and then I will be writing cart title, and here again I will be using comma as container row, and write here column. Now after doing that, you have to use here from React.js I will be using, then here you have to use cons header equal to, make this bracket, write here equal to again, and then make this curly bracket, return, and write here write like that, and then create div class name, and then you have to write here header bg, and then you have to write here gradient, write like that, info pb8, and write here pt5 pt, then you have to write here md8. Now you have to just move and create container fluid, and then here I will be removing this and write like this container fluid, and then you have to now just write here div class name, and then you have to write here header body, then you have to now just write here like this row, and then here I will be now just writing call lg, and then here you have to write 6 excel, and then in excel I will be now just writing here s3, close it, and write here card class name, and in class name I will be writing card stats, and write here mb4, write here mbxl0. Then you have to now move down and create card body, so here I will be writing that, and then you have to write here row, and now you have to just write here div class name, and then you have to now just write here call like this, close it, and then here I will be writing card title, then here you have to just create tag equal to h5, so here I will be now writing like this h5, and write class name, and write text, uppercase text muted, and you have to write here MB0. Then after doing that, simply you have to just write like that, and here I will be now just creating traffic. And now after doing that, simply you have to create like this span class name, and write here h2 font weight bold MB0. So here I will be writing that. Now you have to create here 350 comma 897 like this. Now after doing that, just simply here you have to move down after this span, and then you have to now create call. So here I will be writing call class name, right here call auto, and then you have to now move down here and write div class name, and write here icon, and then write here shape, right here bg danger. So here I will be now writing like this, bg danger text white. So here I will be now writing like this, text white, rounded circle, and write here shadow. And then after writing this shadow, here you have to now do one thing, like you have to close it and then create itag class name, and in class name I will be writing fa chart, and then write here bar, right here this slash, and then you have to now move down and create here p tag. So here I will be now writing this p tag like this, and now here I will be creating class name, and in class name I will be writing mt3, right here mb0 text muted. So here I will be now writing this text muted here, right here text sm, and now you have to just move down, right here span. So write like this span, and then write here class name equal to, and then you have to write here text success. Then you have to now just do one thing, right here mr2 like this thing, and then you have to now move down and create here I class name. Then you have to now just write here another tag which will be fa arrow up. Then you have to now just move here and then write this slash like this and close this, and now you have to write 3.48% like this thing. And then here I will be now making this tag, give a space, right here span class name, and then you have to write here text no wrap like this, and then you have to now write here since last month like this thing, and then you have to now move down here, right here call lg, and in call lg I will be writing 6xl3, close it, and then here I will be now writing card class name, and then here I will be writing card stats, and write here mb4 mbxl0. Then you have to now just write here card body, and then here in card body I will be writing row. So here I will be now writing row like this, and then here in row I will be writing div class name, and in class name I will be writing call, and write here card title. So write like this card title here. So now here I will be using card title here like this, and then after writing this card title you have to now move down, and then here I will be just creating another tag which will be as tag equal to 5 h5 you can just say. Then here I will be writing class name, and then write here text uppercase, and write here text muted, and write here mb0. Then you have to now just write here another tag, like you can just move it down, and then here I will be now just moving and write here new users like this, and write here span. So now write like this class name h2 font weight, and then here I will be writing bold mb0. Then you have to now just make this 2,356 or any number value you can write here, your choice. Then here I will be using the class name like this, and write here call auto, and then you have to close it and create another tag which will be as div class name, and then you have to write here icon shape, and write here bg warning, and then write here text white, and then you have to write here rounded circle, and write here shadow like this. Now when you've just done that, here you have to now just move here, and then I will be creating itag class name. Then here I will be now just creating fa chart pie. Then you have to now just close it here. Then you have to now write here p tag, write here class name. Then you have to create mt3 mb0, write here text muted, and then create text sm. Then you have to now just create a span class name. Then here I will be writing text danger like this and create here mr2. And then here I will be writing I tag. Then I will be now just doing one thing like I will be writing class name. Then here you have to write fa arrow and write here down. Then create here another tag like this. So here I will be removing this. Then here I will be now creating 3.48%. Then here I will be now just doing one thing like here I will be now moving down and write here span class name. Then here you have to write text no wrap. So here I will be writing that and write here since last week. And then you have to now just do one thing, you have to move down here and write again call lg equal to 6 and write here xl 3. And then you have to now just move down and create card class name. And then write here card stats. And then write here mb4 mbxl0. Then you have to now close it and then write here a tag which will be as card body. And then you have to now move down and then create here row. So here I will be now writing row like this. Remove this and then write here div class name. And now here I will be just writing card stats. Write here mb4. And now you have to write here mbxl0. Then write here card body. So here I will be writing card body like this. Write here row. And then here I will be writing div. So write here div class name. Write here call and then you have to now just move down and write here card title. Then in card title I will be using tag h5. So here I will be now using tag h5. Write here class name. So in class name now here I will be using text uppercase, text muted. Then here you have to write mb0 like this. Then you have to now just move down and then you write here another tag which will be as sales. So here I will be now just using a span class name and then here I will be using h2 font weight. Then you have to write here bold mb0. Then write here 924. So you can just see this. We have written this 924 here. Then write here call div class name. So you can just write here call class name. And then in class name I'll be writing h2 font weight. So here I will be writing font weight bold mb0 and write here this tag and then create another tag like this 924. So you can just see we have created that. Save this file here and after saving this you can just see we are getting all the things here like this. So I will be now just writing /header. So you can just see we are getting all the things here. So I will be now pressing back and then move forward, press back again and we are on the file like this. Now after doing that all stuff you have to save this and now when you've just done with that just you have to do another thing like here. So now here we are on the computer screen and like I've just telling you that we are just creating an amazing Argon dashboard project from start and we have just covered up the things in our header file like we were just doing on. So we have just covered up some of the card body functions like in our header. And now we have done all the things like in what we want to do in our header file. We have to just move forward to our user header file because here we have to write some of the other codes which are really important to write here. So I will be doing one thing like I will be just removing all the things from here and adding the things which I want to add because I will be adding my own new components which we will be just getting in this amazing user header file. So now just you have to simply move in this file here and you have to just add some user header codes. And the first user header code which I will be writing here as import. So before importing anything we have to just write this React components. I'm writing a comment as React component so we can just get all the React component down when we are just creating this. So just simply I will be now moving here and now I will be importing a button here and the button which I will be importing it as container row. So I will be importing as row and column. So you can just see we have imported all the things like this. Now I will be just using React.strap here. After using this React.strap, I will be just now doing one thing. I'll be taking this file and you can just see we are getting a user profile error. Like now here you can just see all the thing has been sorted out. At the back you can just see we are getting the interface on our Argon dashboard. but previously on when we were just creating this Argon dashboard, we were not getting any interface. So simply I will be doing one thing, like I will be moving on to my index file here, and I will be changing its name. The name which we are getting at the top here, you can just see the title we are getting is Argon dashboard React by Creative Tim, like different name it is, but I want to change this name here. So for changing the name, just simply move on to the source folder, and I will be just moving on to the main file, which is the index one, I think. Yes. So here we have to just see where we have just written the name, and if you are not getting the name here, so move on to the roots file, and here you can just get the name, I think. Just move at the top to check where you have written the name on. Move on to the navbar. Okay, I think navbar will be not having all these stuff. So just I'll be doing one thing, like I will be moving in on this file, like components. We are in this components file, so I will be moving on to the header one, and in header you can just see we are getting all the things like we have written here, and in header we are only getting the header stuff, not the title thing here. So just simply, if you want to have a title thing, just you can move on to the admin file. From here you can also check out the title name which you have written, or you can directly move on to the top and you can change the title by moving in your Microsoft Edge and just move here, and then you can just use the inspect element here to just change the title of at the top. So you can just see we are getting that. And now if I move on to the navbar, so you can just see these are the admin navbar menus which we are getting here, and you can just change the name here on this admin panels which we are getting. You can see different admin panels I have used in this project here, so you can also use these different panels. I can just give the link of these panels, then you can from description use these all which I am using here. So just I will be moving down, and now we have to check where we have written the name on the title name. Then we can just change that name from here, because I don't want to write the same name which we have written already. So just now if you want to change the name, you can just see on this file you will be getting the name on which you have written, and then simply you can change that name. Now we have to move on to the user header file which we were just working on with, and now we will be just adding some of the links here to start working with this user header file. So I will be now adding the user header, and in this user header output I will be using this, and I will be returning the file as this, and then I will be just moving down and using the diff function here. And now we will be using class name, and then here in class name I will be just using the value as header pb8, and then right here pt5 use ptlg, and then I will be using as 8 deflex align item center. You can just see that. Now simply I will be writing here style equal to, then make this bracket here normally, and then write this equal to, I think, and then move down. After doing that, just use min height function here, and in min height I will be using a 600 pixel, not too much of min height I want. Then right here background image, and in background image I will be using the URL here. In URL we will be just making the URL like empty first, and now I will be using require function, and in require I will be just now writing here // ss / image theme / and then right here profile cover. So here I will be writing as profile cover.jpg. Now right here plus, and then make this like this. Now just move down, right here background, and then after writing this background I will be just doing simply one thing, like we have just make this thing here, and then we have just opened this plus we have used the required thing as well. I think that yes it is, and ss image theme profile cover we have used plus this, and all this stuff is fine, I think. So we are not getting any problem here, but if still you are getting any problem, so means that your codes are not working. I think that the problem is. So I will be just moving here, and then I will be now writing comma. Now it is good, I think. Yes. So here I will be now using the background, but now B should be small. Write background image or use background size, which will be as cover normally, and then right here comma, write background position simply like we have written background size as. Just the difference will be that position P will be capital, and then I will be now using center top here, then use comma, and I will be now just closing this by removing this all stuff like this, and here I will be now using this comment, and in comment I will be writing as mask like this. This is the comment which we have used. Then here you have to now use this tag as span, and now here I will be using class name in this span, The class name I want to write it as, like, you can just write the class name as mask bg dash gradient, and then I will be writing default, and here you have to write opacity 8. Then you have to close it simply, and then you have to remove this. It's close span from here because we will be not needing that. Then you have to write slash, and then here I will be writing as header container. So here I will be now writing as containers, then write like that, and then use container again, class name, right here deflags align items center, and then you have to write here fluid, and then write like this. After doing that, simply you have to now just write here row, and in row I will be writing call lg and write here 7, then md, and in md I will be writing 10, write here h1 class name, and then here you have to just simply write display2. So here I will be writing as display2 text white, and then you have to now write here hello, and you can give any of the name. I'm using like this name, which is as inshal, like my name I'm writing. Then write here class name again, and in class name I will be writing as text white, and write here mt0, write here mb5, close it, and then move down. After doing that, here I will be writing this is your profile page, and right here you can see the progress, and then you have to just write here you have made, and then here I will be writing with your work and manage your projects or assign task, like this. You can just see we have written that. Then I will be now making this button function here, and then write here color info. So here I will be now writing color info like this. In this quotes I will be writing color as info, then use href, and here I will be writing as Pablo like this, and move down and write here on click equal to. Then you have to make this e tag and write here like this, e dot prevent default. So here I will be now writing here e dot prevent default like this, and now you have to make open close brackets. Then you have to now just do one thing, you have to close this, and now here I will be writing edit profile. You can just see that we have written that as well. Now take this p as a small. Then you have to just move down after this all things which we have created yet, like this row which we have created, we will be just moving at the top of it, and now we will be closing the div here. So the div which we have created is like, we will be closing it here as it is, and then you have to now close the this tag as well like this. You can just see we have done that all stuff, and then I will be just simply doing one thing, like we have created the div as well, I think, and it is fine totally. After doing that all these things, here I will be now closing this, close this, and then now we will be normally exporting default from user header. You can just see that here we have done that. Save this file here normally, and you can just see all the thing has been done which we have to do, and I think no problems we are getting here, as because all the things has been sorted out here like we want, and it is totally perfect, I think. So now we have just done all the things like this. So just you have to save this file and move on to another file which is called as footer file, and the auth footer which we are getting is this, but we will be changing this auth footer to the footer which we want to write here. So now for changing the footer, just you can just move here, and then you can just do one thing, you can remove this all stuff here, and then you can just move on to the auth footer file in which you are getting all the things totally. So we will be just adding the things in this auth footer file, and we will be again starting from the React.strap components, which will be the comment as. So I will be writing as React.strap components, which will be the comments, and then here I will be using import gap nav item, right here comma nav link like this. And now after doing that, simply you have to use nav container, and then you have to write here row column like this, right here from React.strap. So here I will be now writing like this, and now you have to just move down, and then write here const, right here login equal to, make open close bracket, and then here you have to move down and create return, and then open close it as well, and write here footer class name, and then you have to now write here py5, and then here I will be writing as container. After doing that, simply here I will be writing row class name, and then here I will be writing align items center, right here justify content, then right here excel between. Then you have to now just move down here as it is, and then here I will be creating call Excel6. So here I will be writing that, and now here you have to just move down and create div class name, and here I will be writing copyright text center, and then you have to write here text Excel left, and here I will be writing text muted. Then here I will be moving down, and then just you have to write the copyright logo here. You can just use and copy here like this, and then you can just write here new date, and now here I will be writing dot get full year like this, and make this open close bracket, then write like this, and here you have to give a space. Now you have to just move and write here a tag, create class name, and in class name I will be writing font weight bold, and here I will be writing ML1. Then here you have to just write href https://www.creativetim. Then here I will be just writing /ref equal to adr dash auth footer. Then here I will be just writing target, and target will be as underscore blank. Then you have to now just move down, and then you have to just create a tag which will be as creative Tim. So like this, you can write any of the name. I'm using as creative Tim here. Then you can just move on to after this call tag, and then again you can create a call Excel S6, and then you have to just move down and write nav class name, and then you have to write here nav footer justify content center, and write here justify content. And now here you can just see we have created that things here like this, and then you can just write justify content Excel. So here I will be writing, and then write here and close and move down, then use nav item, and then here I will be writing as nav link. And then you have to now just do one thing, like you have to move down and write here href, which will be as https://www.creative-tim.com, and write here ref equal to adr-auth, and write here footer. So you can just see we have done that, and now I will be writing as target, and target will be underscore blank. Now here I will be just doing one thing, I'll be making this, and then you have to write here again creative tim. So you can just see that we have done. Then here I will be using nav item, and in nav item I will be now just using another tag which will be as nav link. So here I will be writing as nav link, and then you have to now just move here and write href, and in href I will be writing https://creative-tim, or you can use creative-tim.com, and write here /presentation, and then you have to now write here ref equal to adr-auth footer. So here I will be now writing like this. Then you have to now just write here target underscore blank. So here I will be now moving, and then I will be now just writing here as target underscore blank, and then here I will be now just moving down, and then here I will be just writing as about us. So now here I will be writing as about us, and now after moving down we will be just moving after the nav item which we have created, and again I will be creating a nav item, and then you have to create here nav link, and then here I will be just removing this, and now here I will be just writing href, in which I will be writing http block creative, then here I will be writing tim.com, then ref adr auth footer. Then here you have to just now write here target underscore blank. So here I will be now writing this. Then you have to now just move down and just you have to create block. Then here I will be now just moving down and then write here nav item, and then you have to just write here nav link, then create here href, which will be as https://github.com, then write here /creative tim official. So here I will be now writing that. Then you have to write here Argon dashboard. So now here when you've just written that, you have to create blob here, and then I will be using a tag which will be as master. You can write anything here, but just I am writing here master with the blob, and then you have to use the license MD reference here. So now the license MD reference which I will be writing will be in short form. So here I will be writing as it is, write here license like this, and then you have to write here .md ref equal to adr auth, and then you have to now just write here as footer. Then after doing that, simply you have to move down and write here target, and that target which I will be writing it as blank. Now here you have to just move down, and then here I will be writing as MIT license. Then here you have to just move down after this footer, close footer. I will be just doing like this. I will be closing this and then close this file as well. Then here I will be writing export default as login. So I will be now writing that. Then here you have to just save this, and you can just see that if I move here in the browser, so you will be getting all the things working here simply. So now when you're just getting all the things, just you have to save this file here simply, and then you can just move on to the other files to start working with that. So simply I'll be moving on to the header, and in header you can just start working with the files which you need. So just you can move on to the here, and then you can just move on to the header file, and then you can just do all the things you want to do in this header. And then you can also use the admin file here you want. So just like this you can work with. So these are the files which I want to just show you. And now if I move on to the other file, like onto my Argon dashboard, which is created by React, so you can just see this is the Argon dashboard which we are getting the interface as. You can just see this, totally amazing the interface which we are getting here is. So you can just reload it by pressing Ctrl+R simply, or you can just use the mouse button to reload this. I think you understand that how we are just doing these all stuff working. So you can just see this. This was the thing which I want to show you here like this. So now here if I just move on to this, so you can just see in this file we are getting all the drop down menus like we want here, like all the admin navbar file is working, and then we are also getting the auth footer working this. So it is also doing good. And this is our Argon dashboard, which is totally amazing looking. You can just see this. All the files which we are getting in this Argon dashboard is looking good. So simply again you can move on to the VS Code, and then you can just start working. And if I move on to the public folder, you can just see some of the icons which we are getting in this public folders are really important, because from here we will just get all the things here. You can just change the name of the title, like we are getting Argon dashboard React by Creative Team. I can just give it the name as Argon dashboard. Then if I just show you again onto the browser, you can just see the title has been changed to Argon dashboard this time. You can just see how easy it is to change the title of. And then this is the project which we have created. You can just see this Argon dashboard. We are getting dashboard, icons, map, and all the things. So just simply this is the file of index.html, and from this index.html file you can change the title here. Simply you have to use the index.html file to change the title. But when you are using Next.js or React.js in your work, we have used React.js with Firebase and all that stuff. So because of that, we can use index to change the title. But if you are not using these all files which I am telling you, or these all libraries, so then you cannot use the index to change the title here. You can directly use the HTML file. Sorry, you have to use the React file to change the title, but we are using HTML file because we are using React and the Next.js libraries in our project. So you can just see this is the libraries which we have used to create this project. I hope you understand that how we have just created. And if I just show you in the browser as well, you can just see this is the Argon dashboard project which we have created successfully. And like this, we have created many of the other projects as well in our previous videos, and I hope you understand that projects as well. So I hope you understand this video from start, like I've telling you how you can just create this amazing Argon dashboard project from start. And if you understand this video, and if you enjoy this project from start, so remember to hit a like to this video. And if you want to see more videos like that, and if you want to just create these projects like I've created in the previous video, so remember to subscribe on this channel. And after subscribing, hit notification bell as well, so more people can learn, they can understand how we can just create these projects using different languages. And also comment me that what projects do you want from me in future, so I'll be building that as well in future coming up videos. And I hope you'll be enjoying that things as well. I will be starting other tutorial series as well in the coming up future, and I hope you'll be enjoying that series as well. So just you have to wait a while and just understand what things which will be coming up in this video or in this channel. So I hope you understand this all stuff. So I will be meeting you next project with more amazing things and more amazing tutorials. So for today, goodbye.